Merry Christmas! This is a little video just outlining what I do on my Christmas lessons. Before the lesson, I tell students that we're going to have a Christmas lesson. I do not say Christmas party because I want them to get in their mind that it's an actual lesson and not just a free-for-all. Not everything has to be pedagogical, of course, but because learning a language is very much cultural, and when students are introduced to cultural activities and events, it can be really motivating and it can improve their integrativeness, in integrative motivation. So I'm not always concerned about having everything be pedagogical, but I don't want just a free-for-all either where people are playing games and it has nothing to do with anything English. Why not have both? Why not have a gamified atmosphere that actually involves some English use? So this is what I do. We start off the class. My classes always start with a vocabulary test, so I have them do that, and that lets me get settled in, and it also starts the class off like, hey, this is a lesson. And I give out the name cards. And then what is the first thing I do? Oh yeah, so this year I'm doing things a little bit differently than I have in the past, but just to switch things up. I put the lyrics to All I Want for Christmas Is You, just this much, at the back of the class, and I divide students into groups, usually of 3, maximum 4 members. The group decides on one person to be a writer and the others are runners. And so what happens is one student, I can explain it here. So one student is the writer and the other ones are the runners. So the runners go to the back of the class, memorize as much of the lyrics as they can, and then come back and tell the writer who writes it down. Once this person gets back, this person can go and memorize and come back, and after they're gone, There's also a line at the back of the class here. If they pass the desks, they pass the desk marks, they cannot go back if they've forgotten something. So if they get to this point and they've forgotten, then they can go back and re-look at it. But if they've come across here, they can't go back, they have to come back, and then the next person has to go. And of course, there's no communicating from the back to here, and that's about all the rules there are. And so the team with the team who finishes the fastest and most correct wins. So sometimes groups will finish around the same time, and so I'll check and count a few mistakes or whatever, and then no mistakes, then this team will win. And I give prizes. So I'll just buy a bunch of chocolates whenever I can. I go to Costco early and try to get some Christmassy sort of chocolates. This year Costco didn't have any, so I just go to just go to a dollar shop, or what do they call it? Anyway, I go and I just get like bags of Kit Kat and stuff like that. I don't have any right here with me, and give them for prizes. After that, I have this crossword puzzle that I do, and we have the down hints and the across hints are separate, and I tell these students not to look at these students' pages, and this student, and they work in pairs, this student not to look at this student's paper, and because I want them to communicate the hints to each other by asking what's number 1 down or what's number 3 across or something like that. And then they work out the hints together, and the team that finishes first will get a prize again. I don't let them use dictionaries or their cell phones at the beginning. After a little while, when they start getting stuck, I'll ask them if they want a hint. So they'll have to read to me, and then I'll give them a hint of what the answers are. They can ask me a couple. And usually around that time, I tell them they can start using their cell phones. Okay, and then the last thing I do, so this first activity takes usually about 10 minutes, 15 at the most. This activity usually takes about 20 minutes or so, 25 with my explanation. And then what I do, I bring my guitar into class. If you don't play an instrument, you can just use a recording. But what I do is I have this White Christmas close exercise, and each each line represents a letter. And I don't give this to them right away. First, I just sing it to them because I don't want them looking. I want their attention on me. No, I just want them to listen and enjoy the song. And then I give them this, and I sing it slowly, and they write in the letters. I'll sing this part twice and then this part twice, and then I have them compare with people around them. And then I go through it. I tell them what the words are, what the spelling is, and then we go through the meaning. In this case, it's at university level, so I ask them to translate. So I'll say, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. What does white Christmas mean? And I ask them to translate. Like, they can explain it in English if they want, or they can translate it into Japanese, like Yuki ga futeru Christmas. And then, if we have time, we sing this together. Students already know how it goes. All they have to do is read. They've probably already done it at karaoke. They're used to doing karaoke. They usually don't sing in a very loud voice. I have to egg them on to try and sing, louder and louder. But anyway, we sing this part together, and then I sing this, and then we sing this part together again at the end. So that's what I've been doing this Christmas. So everything, like the crosswords, they're actually communicating. They're telling each other at least the hints and listening for the hints in English. And they are writing out the answers in English. The All I Want for Christmas Is You, they are memorizing bits of words and saying it to their partner and piecing it together. And the song is listening and then translating. And there's a lot of cultural information. For example, with every Christmas card I write, Westerners often write Christmas cards more than New Year's cards, or it's like a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, whereas people in the East generally have New Year's as their most important holiday, and Japanese tend to always send New Year's cards and not Christmas cards. Anyway, here's a rundown of my Christmas lesson, and let me know what you do in your lessons, or let me know what you think. In any case, thanks for watching.